Hello students, let us see the VI characteristics of PN junction diode. As you all know, diode works in forward bias as well as reverse bias junction. But how the diode works and what is the characteristics of the diode in forward bias condition or the characteristics we are going to learn today. So here this is the circuit diagram of VI characteristics of diode in forward bias condition. Now what do you mean by VI is V stands for voltage and I stands for current. So this is going to be a forward voltage versus forward current characteristics. Okay, so what are the different components need for this circuit to perform this forward bias characteristics? Let us understand. As you can see in the diagram, the main component of this circuit diagram is the diode. As you all know, diode and its function. So this is nothing but diode. The type of diode we have connected is 1N4007. That is the number of this diode. 1N indicates only one junction. As you all know, diode conducts in only one junction. That means current flows to the diode in one direction only. It is basically a two-terminal device, anode and cathode. Now, across diode, we have connected a voltmeter. This voltmeter is going to measure the forward voltage across the diode. That means it is connected in parallel way. So positive terminal of voltmeter is connected to anode. Negative terminal of voltmeter is connected to cathode. Now after that we are also going to observe or measure the current flowing through the diode, which is nothing but the forward current. For that we are going to use one more meter, that is called MA, that is milliampere, which is going to measure the current in milliamp. So the positive terminal of milliamp is connected to positive terminal of main battery, which is nothing but your input battery, through which we are going to apply the voltage as input, and negative terminal of battery is connected to the anode terminal of diode. The the negative terminal of our supply, that is V in or voltage, input voltage, is connected to the cathode, as you can see. So in all, we require to perform this practical as a forward bias VI characteristics of PN junction is a diode, a voltmeter, milliammeter, and the voltage we need to apply. Now how we are going to apply voltage is, we are going to apply voltage from 0 to 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 like that, and accordingly for per voltage we are going to measure or observe the current flowing through diode as well as voltage dropped across the diode. Now using these two observation, we are going to have the plot, that is VI or IV plot of the diode. Now as you all know, there are two types of diodes, silicon and germanium. For silicon, the knee voltage will be 0.7 and for germanium it is 0.3. What do you mean by this 0.3 and 0.7 is, for this 0.7 or after reaching the 0.7 voltage across this diode, the diode is going to conduct. Before 0.7 the diode will never conduct. That is the cut in voltage of the diode. So we are going to start from, let us say, 0 volt. Increase the voltage from 0, 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 7 like that. After 0.6 you will have some changes in voltmeter as well as current meter. So here after 0.7, if you will start increasing voltage to 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 like that till 1, you will get such kind of graph. As you can observe, the graph shows there is linear relation between current as well as voltage. Okay, after 0.7 we are going to have this kind of graph. Now If the diode is of silicon, then we will have the cut-in voltage of 0.7, and if the diode is of germanium, then we will have the curve like this, that is cut-in voltage will be 3. So now which type of diode or which material of this diode, either silicon or germanium, that we are going to decide from this circuit diagram. So first we need a diode, a voltmeter. We are going to use the voltmeter as a digital multimeter. This is nothing but a digital multimeter. Why the name digital? Because here we are going to have the display in the form of digital. So there is nothing like analog at which we are going to decide the range. We just have to select the range. For example, for forward voltage I have written here 2 volt. So just adjust 2 volt here. This is DC 2 volt, and connect the positive and negative terminal. Positive terminal you will always connect for voltage, for measurement of voltage, and common is always your ground terminal. Okay, similarly you can use one more meter as a current meter, where you are going to measure the current flowing through the diode. So for current meter you have to switch to the current area, that is 0 to 20, as we have written the range. So here I will select 0 to 20 again. Common, that is black terminal, will be at ground, and the red terminal is again for voltage as well as milliamp. So you will select milliamp as red terminal. So here we have selected 2 meters for voltage measurement, that is forward voltage VA, and current measurement, that is forward current milliampere. Apart from this, we are going to require one more instrument. This is nothing but the power supply. This is nothing but the power supply. This is the power supply battery symbol, and this is our power supply. This power supply is known as DC power supply. The range of this power supply is from 0 to 30. We can have maximum 30 volt supply from this power supply, as we call this as a external power supply. Here fine adjustment and coarse adjustments are there. Power on button is there. You can have clockwise increment. Let us see the maximum voltage from this power supply we are getting as 29.5. Okay, so this is the power supply. We are going to use this black terminal as ground or negative. We are going to use this red terminal as positive or plus V. So connect the wires over here, positive and negative. Adjust first voltage according to our table, that is 0 volt, and start applying from 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Okay. Now let us start with the actual connection of this PN junction characteristics in forward bias condition. So the main component of this forward bias characteristics is our diode. You can see this diode. Yes, here you can see the silver ring and the black body. The silver ring indicates that it is a cathode. Silver ring indicates it is a cathode, and black portion is nothing but the anode part. You can see there are 2 terminals, and the name of this diode is written here 1N4007, which is available or we are using in our lab. So this is the actual diode. See, now this is your diode. So anode black portion and silver you have to connect like this. Okay. Now what do you mean by this particular tool? This is nothing but the most commonly used tool in the laboratory. This is called as breadboard. Now this breadboard is having number of holes, around 300. I suppose there are around 300 holes. Now we are going to use this diode, or this circuit we are going to construct using this diode. Using this breadboard. Okay. So first connect the diode in such a way that, see here, anode is over here and cathode is at my right hand side. Okay. After that, next connection, let us connect the voltmeter as forward voltage observation as a DMM. So take one DMM. Okay, this is your digital multimeter. It is having two wires, positive and negative. This negative wire is always connected as common. There is no adjustment for this negative. It is always connected in common. And the red terminal is always connected to the terminal or for the particular value you want to measure. Now we are going to measure here as a forward voltage. So that is a voltage. So this is volt, ohms and milliamp. It can measure three quantities. So I will insert this red in voltmeter area. Okay, now two terminals are ready. After that, adjust the range. Here we have written 0 to 2 volt. This is nothing but, you can see, DC voltage. It is from 200 milli to 200 volt, or you can see here 600. After that, this side is for AC measurement. Right now we don't require AC, but below that you can see the current area, that is from 200 microampere to 10 ampere. Okay, so this is the particular range this particular meter can measure. Another things, there are different quantities you can measure with the help of this DMM. As a name given, it measures multi quantities. Okay, so we are interested in voltmeter. Let us adjust this knob on 2. So we are set with our voltmeter. So positive terminal of voltmeter is connected to positive terminal of voltmeter you will connect to anode, and negative you will connect to cathode. But how you will connect? With the help of connecting wire. These are the connecting wires specially used for connection of breadboard. So connect the positive terminal at anode side. See how to connect, and connect the negative terminal of forward voltmeter to the cathode. Okay, now see here, I have connected this positive terminal to anode on this particular row, vertical line. So this particular vertical line is to connect the wire for that particular connection. In the sense, you cannot connect adjacent left or right or anywhere, because this particular terminal is connected with these 5 locks or holes only. So you can connect here, you can connect up, down, anywhere. Anyhow, it should share the same slot. Okay, so this was for forward voltage. After that, we are going to connect the current meter. Now see, one more thing here, forward voltage measurement, we have connected this DMM in such a way that it is connected in parallel way, or it is connected in across, not in series. Okay, so next is we are going to connect our meter. We are going to consider digital multimeter, or we are going to use DMM as a current meter, that is milliammeter. Again, you know, this right hand side is nothing but the milliampere portion, and we are going to select this milliampere of 0 to 20. So I have adjusted this current meter to 0 to 20 milliamp. You can see here ampere area. Again, black, as you know, connected to negative terminal, and red is for to measure the milliampere current flowing through the diode. So according to circuit diagram, the positive terminal of our milliampere is connected to positive terminal of milliampere is connected to positive terminal of our battery or the external power supply. So here is our power supply. As you all know, we are going to have voltage from this power supply. I will connect negative terminal as a black terminal, and this is your positive as a negative, as a red color. So this is your power supply. Make sure that all the connections are on, all the knobs are on 0 setting. Okay, so here the positive terminal of our power supply, the positive terminal of power supply and the positive terminal of DMM, they are going to connect to each other. Okay, if you want you can connect in breadboard also by taking a wire, but here I am not using to avoid the connection of wire. Okay, now what about negative terminal of this power supply? See here, negative terminal of this power supply is connected to cathode. So connect the negative terminal to the cathode. As I told you, you can share any slot but vertically of that particular point. See here. Okay, now the negative terminal of our milliamp or current meter is connected to, you can see negative terminal is connected to the anode. See here, I have connected anode to the negative terminal. Now here the construction of our VI characteristics of PN junction in forward bias manner is over. Okay, so this is our circuit diagram after connecting all the apparatus as well as component. Now you can see here, this is our observation table. So observation table is having 3 main columns. First, the supply voltage, which is nothing but our input voltage. This is your supply voltage, or you can say V or P in, and this voltage we are going to apply with the help of this DC power supply. Okay, in the range of 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, like that till 1, or you can extend more than 1. Now after applying these inputs, various inputs, we are going to have forward voltage across this forward voltage meter, that is nothing but your DMM for measurement or observation of forward voltage, and forward current which is going to observe on this DMM where we have adjusted or done the connection to measure the milliamp. We have selected here a higher range, that is 200 milliamp, because our current is going to increase after some value of voltage. Okay, now switch on the power supply and start applying the first voltage as 0.1. Now as these voltages are very sensitive, they are small in value, sometimes it is difficult to adjust 0.1 volt. So let us say for 0.1, you can observe here the voltage as well as current, they are 0. Let me check. See here. Now you can have this blink of 0.1 and 0.2. So switch on the power supply and observe the respective forward voltage as well as forward current. We are going to note down these two particular values in your observation table. Now adjust first input voltage or supply voltage as 0.1. Okay, you can observe in the meter for 0.1 we are having voltage across diode is 0.16 and the current is 0. So you can note down here voltage is 0.16 and this is 0. Second is apply 0.2 volt. For that you have 0.3 31 as forward voltage, again current remains 0. Next voltage is 0.3. For that, note down the voltage, that is forward voltage 0.41. Again we have no current, that is 0 current. Next you can apply 0.4. For that we are getting forward voltage as 40.49 and current, you can see here a small change in current, that is 0.1 milliamp, which is very small voltage. Okay, here you can understand that this diode is not a germanium type of diode, as it conducts current or the current start flowing through it after 0.4. So this is going to be definitely a silicon kind of diode. Now make it 0.5. Here for 0.5 we are having 0.59 as voltage, and see the change in current, it is now increased till 1.3 milliamp. For 0.6 you have 0.64 as voltage, and see the increment in current. For 0.7 voltage is 0.72 and current is, again see the change in current, that is 20.4. For 0.8 you can see voltage is 0.74 whereas current is 32.7. Next, if I increase at 0.9, here we are getting same voltage as 0.7. As you can see, there is no increment in voltage, but a very good increment or increase in the current. Okay, now see here, according to reading you can see that till value 0.4 of input you have voltage around 0.49 and a small current of 0.1, but before that 0.3, 0.2, 0.1 volt there is zero current flowing through diode. That means the current conduction through diode is after 0.4 voltage, and after 0.4 when we start increasing to 0.5, 0.6, 7 you can see a drastic change in current, or the current starts increasing. But after 0.7 you can see here the voltage remain constant and current increases. So you can have a plot between these two, which is going to be like this. This is our forward voltage, this is our forward current. So this is your 0. After 0.49, let us see, this is 1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. So after 0.4 here we have flow of current, or the diode starts conducting, and as you go on increasing the voltage the current increases in a drastic manner. Okay, so conclusion of this graph is, this is nothing but our silicon diode, for which we have conduction of current after which volt? 0.4.
पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस, पोटेंशियल बैरियर है ऐसा समझो.
So this 0.7 or 0.3 voltages are also known as potential barrier voltages
और नी वोल्टेज.
or the knee voltages. Okay.